Helping people look extraordinary. That's what this beautiful woman loves to do. I'm happy to welcome back Tamra Nashman, owner of Extraordinary Image, a full-service consulting firm that helps with the image and branding needs of both individuals and companies. Good morning.
Good morning,
welcome
Carly.
back.
It's good to be back. Really
so,
good.
You really do love helping people look their absolute best. Sometimes, though, that takes a little extra tweak, right? We need a little extra help. That's why you brought this fabulous team with you here this morning. Dr. Brian Maloney and Dr. Anton Richardt. Dr. Richardt is Southwest Florida's premier cosmetic dentist in the area, and Dr. Brian Maloney is one of the top plastic surgeons in the country, all the way in from Atlanta. Good morning.
Good morning. It's great to be here again.
So we're going to be talking, we're going to use you as an example, Dr. Richardt. Welcome back.
I'm a patient today. How about
yes,
that?
you're a patient. We're turning the tables. And you actually, tell us about your hobby that you enjoy doing that apparently has caused some injuries in the past as well.
Well, over the years, I've broken my nose a few times, and I've been doing martial arts for about 20 years. So as a result,
Here you are in action here.
I had a difficulty breathing. My septum was deviated, and I just tolerated it for a long period of time. And you can see the result of that. So I finally made a choice to have that corrected.
Yeah. So, and then, because had your nose actually been broken before? I mean, what were some of the...
Twice, yeah.
So, and here we go, looking at the after now. Here, stay looking at me so they can get kind of the side shot. It looks beautiful. I have to say, Doctor, I mean, you can't even tell that you've had any work done at all.
Yeah.
Well, a long time ago, nose surgery was really only for the most affluent people in society, and so the more unnatural the nose looked, the more it was kind of showing things off that, yes, I had my nose done. We would cringe at something like that, and so natural is where it's at. And about a third of my patients are men, and so as you see with Dr. Richardt, good strong bridge, that's what we want for a man. With a woman's nose, it's very different. We want soft, we want feminine. But it's taking the whole body into consideration. A tall woman, more of an elegant nose. A little smaller woman, you know, a little more cutesy. What's really exciting about noses is I use the computer imager, which allows us to show potential changes, and I'm looking for the patient's reaction. Either they'll say, oh my gosh, yes, that's what I want, or, oh, you know, that's not quite what I'm looking for, but allows us to go back and forth until we reach that common meeting of the minds. So at least when I go to the operating room, I know what we're both looking for.
Well, and I want to hear, what do you think now about your new nose, and what's the reaction you're getting? And
I think it's phenomenal. And the beauty of it is it doesn't look like anything was done, but I can breathe, which is...
Which you actually, and which rhinoplasty, I know, I mean, sometimes it's a matter where people really, it's a form of function. They can't breathe with the injuries or the nose that they have.
Yeah, and especially for an athlete who's involved in a tough sport like this, early in his career I wouldn't have suggested it, but now that his technique is improved, I think, you know, he won't get hit in the head as much. So he'll be okay, and hopefully.
Right?
Well, and Tamra, I want you to brag on this team a little bit as well, because I know you're so proud of the work he does.
I really am. I feel really fortunate to have both gentlemen, because so many of my clients have tremendous needs, not just to look great as far as their clothing and the right colors and those kind of things, and for body type, but maybe they need a little refresher. They feel like they're aging and they're not looking their best, or they don't have a great smile. Their teeth are needing a tweak. Their teeth are needing to be whiter, or some repair work done. So these two guys take my clients to a whole different level. I mean, I'm really fortunate to have them on board.
Well, and I think it goes all back to that confidence issue as well, where if you really, you know, if you're not comfortable with how your nose is looking, or you know, your teeth, I mean, that's really, I mean, it can do wonders for your life.
Wonders. And it can also take 15 years off your face like that. Just a little tweak here, a little tweak there. It's amazing. Yeah.
Well, you have, you're going to be meeting some people. You're going to be in town for a little while, especially this afternoon. You want to meet, maybe have some mini consults today. Why don't you guys invite everybody out to that?
Well, we will let them talk about it. It's very exciting, though. They're teaming up together at Dr. Richardt's office, Southwest Premier Cosmetic Dentist. And They're going to do consultations. Dr. Brian's going to do consultations for people. He'll have this computer so he can do some imaging and let people know what they could look like with a little tweak. Same for Dr. Richardt. So it's going to be very exciting. They need to call and make a reservation though.
Okay, so they can't, but it's not too late. They can do that
absolutely,
this morning.
they
So
can.
there is the number
the
to call and
information.
reserve your. So this again, the computer imaging. I mean, that's got to be extremely helpful because people want to know what they're going to look like before they make a commitment.
You know, it's such a fantastic tool. In the old days, we used to have pictures, and you know, you could look at them, but looking at someone else's pictures really doesn't do the same thing as seeing your picture with potential changes.
All right, and obviously the procedure wasn't too bad. You were comfortable with how everything played out, and
Recovered like a charm,
It was
and
incredible.
how long was the recovery, by the way?
maybe a week.
No, that's not bad at all.
At most.
And I was functioning. I was up and going the next day.
Yeah,
So
you really were. It was pretty incredible. The interesting thing too is the imaging that Dr. Maloney did on Dr. Richardt before. It's exactly what he showed us it would look like, and I'm sure it's not always that way, but in his case, wow, it was just
Now,
amazing.
are you still doing jujitsu too? I mean,
Yes,
what
yes,
happens
I
if you
am.
this beautiful nose now? What happens if you do it again? You go back and see Dr. Maloney?
Well, I reinforced his with some special steel underneath there
okay,
to help.
is that what it is?
Exactly.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for being here
Great,
this
thank
morning.
you.
Make sure you make a reservation. Come out and meet these guys in person today. Tamra, thank you so
Yes,
much. It's
great.
good to see you again.
Thank you, Carly. Good to
All
see you
right,
too.
let's send it over to Bill.
Team Tamra. I'm designing the t-shirts for you, Tamra. I'll have those ready right after the Fox forecast.